On this video today, I'll be sharing tips on how to deal with stress, notwithstanding if you're working class or you are a student. You can all agree with me that stress is something which is very difficult to tackle, and if not handled properly, might result to unfavorable consequences. So today, we're talking about stress and how to handle it. As you know, stress is our mental, physical, emotional, and behavioral reactions to any perceived demands or threats. We say we feel burned out, stressed out, overwhelmed, angry, irritable, depressed, anxious, and even on the verge of losing it. This may not be a life and death situation, but many of us perceive this situation as somewhat threatening. But we have to come to alignment with one fact, that stress is all about our perception. How stress we feel often identifies specific events or people or situations that seem to make us feel stressed. So today, we're going to talk about the tips on how to manage stress at workplace, at personal life, at school, and anywhere we find ourselves. The number one tip is find a support system. Find someone to talk to about your feelings and experiences. It can be your friend, family, a teacher, a minister, or counselor. Sometimes we just need to vent or get something off our chest. Expressing our feelings can be relieving. Honestly, we can feel supported by others, and it can help us work out our problems. The second tip, change your attitude. Find other ways to think about stressful situations. As they say, life is 10% what happens to us and 90% how we react to it. And also practice acceptance. We need to learn to accept things we cannot change without trying to exert more control over them. And the third tip is be realistic. Set practical goals for dealing with situations and solving problems. Develop realistic expectations of yourself and others. Setting your expectations or goals high may seem like a useful way to push ourselves and get things done. But we may also get ourselves up for disappointment, and these are continued stress. Just find the courage to recognize your limits and stick to your basal level. And the fourth tip, get organized and take charge. Being organized or engaging in poor planning often leads to frustration or crisis situations, which most always leads to feeling stressed. Plan your time, make a schedule, establish your priorities. Do this regularly until it becomes a productive habit. Then take responsibility for your life, and everything more or less will be much more less stressful. And number 5, very important, take breaks. Give yourself the me time. Learn that taking time to yourself for rejuvenation and relaxation is just as important as giving time to other activities. At minimum, take short breaks during your busy day. You might purposely schedule time in your day planner just for yourself so that you can recharge for all other things you need to do. The 6th tip is take good care of yourself. Eat properly. Get regular rest. Keep a routine. Allow yourself to do something you enjoy each day. Paradoxically, the time we need to take care of ourselves the most when we are stressed is the time we do it the least. It's ironic, isn't it? The 7th tip, learn to say no. Learn to pick and choose which things you say yes to and which things you say no to. Protect yourself by not allowing yourself to take on every request or opportunity that comes your way. It's okay to decline a request for a favor. Saying no does not mean you are bad, self-centered, or uncaring. Learn skills of assertiveness so that you can feel more confident and have effective ways of saying no. The 8th tip is get regular exercise. Exercising regularly can help relieve some symptoms of depression and stress, and help us to maintain our health generally. Exercise can build confidence, self-esteem, and self-image. It's also a great way to take time for ourselves, blow off steam, and release physical tension. And the 9th tip is get a hobby. Do something different. For a balanced lifestyle, play is as important as work. Leisure activities and hobbies can be very enjoyable and inspiring, and they can offer an added sense of accomplishment to our lives. For ideas on hobbies, browse through bookstores or craft store, surf the internet, look up local organizations, See what classes or courses are available in your community or from a nearby college or university. Don't quickly dismiss new opportunities. And for the 10th tip, slow down. Yeah, know your limits and cut down on the number of things you try to do each day, particularly if you do not have enough time for them or for yourself. Be realistic about what you can accomplish effectively each day. Monitor your pace. Rushing through things can lead to mistakes or poor performance, Take the time to need to do a good job. Poorly done tasks can lead to added stress. And the 11th tip, which is very, very important and more or less very, very effective, is laughter. Laugh. Use humor. Do something fun and enjoyable, such as seeing a funny movie, laughing with friends, reading a humorous book, or even going to a comedy show. This will help to reduce the tension in your life, and the hormones that's being secreted at that point in time will reduce the stress workload on your body. All of these, coupled with relaxation techniques like deep breathing, visualization, meditation, help us in coping with stress one way or the other, and we find it very, very effective and exhilarating. Remember, not all stress is bad. The bad ones, which is distress, is a continuous experience of feeling overwhelmed, oppressed, and behind in our responsibilities. It is all the encompassing sense of being imposed upon by difficulties with no light at the end of the tunnel. That's the feeling we get when we are in distress. But the positive stress is the eustress. It is the other form of stress that is positive and beneficial for us. We may feel challenged, but the sources of the stress are opportunities that are meaningful to us. Eustress helps provide us with energy and motivation to meet up our responsibilities and achieve our goals. So it's more or less a motivational factor for us, which propels you to go beyond your limits. Always remember, stress is about psychology, how we perceive things and how we react to them. Try to change the way you appraise a situation to make it less stressful. And also remember, stress is normal, but watch out for symptoms of stress so that you know how to apply your coping skills. Remember, all haste make waste if you don't do what you're supposed to do properly. Please do well to like, subscribe to our channel so that we get other useful tips thereabouts which will help you in life and other facts beneficial to our overall well-being and wellness. Thank you.